Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 11th. Let's see what we have for you. Very interesting. Let's see. So you start off with the King of Hearts. So a lot of you could have, I think, love coming in the form of a water sign, possibly male or female. I don't attach sex to my card, so it could be either or coming in for you here. And yeah, it would probably be very positive for you in a lot of ways. King of Hearts, I always say, is a different kind of water sign. They're usually King of Hearts to me usually has maybe heavy earth or heavy fire in their charts. They're usually a little bit more grounded than the typical water sign. Nothing against water signs, of course, but just the King of Hearts type personality is usually just a little bit more on the grounded side and also a little bit more aggressive. They really go for things that they want. So a lot of you could be experiencing this type of person in your life. It could even be a friend or a mentor also helping you, giving you advice and things like that. But for some of you, I do feel it's love. But other than that, this card also can represent your ships coming in, kind of like a return on energy. So a lot of you could be seeing some sort of return on your energy this week. Next, you have the Five of Hearts. So birth of a relationship. A lot of you definitely could be experiencing some sort of relationship coming in. For the rest of you that are already in a relationship or just aren't interested in, this can represent jealousy in the workplace. So like the total opposite, but it's usually good jealousy. It's usually jealousy because you're getting something that somebody else isn't. So definitely jealousy that you should be ignoring in a lot of ways. Next, you have the Nine of Spades. There could be some sort of disappointment this week. I do feel like you could experience some sort of disappointment, but I always say that Nine of Spades is kind of like, it's kind of like a blessing in disguise in a lot of ways. Usually you're disappointed, and then it's like a week later you see why you had to have that disappointment. That's why, it's really not that bad of a card, because in the future, you always will understand why it had to happen with this card. You always get some sort of answer, some sort of clarity with this card again in the future. Next, you have the Jack of Spades. This would be you showing up this week. I always say it's a good thing when somebody shows up in their own reading. Puts you in a position of power, position of strength, really allows you to get what you want from the week, as I say. But this is also a card of being aware of people around you and being careful of tricky people. So if people, if they're telling you stories that sound too good to be true or something like that, or they're trying to sell you something and it sounds too good to be true, with this card, it probably is. So definitely avoid anything tricky sounding. Next, you have the Seven of Diamonds. Seven of Diamonds does represent worrying about money, but usually it's because you have like old money fears coming up, you have old worries coming up and things like that about money. And again, these are sevens to me represent internal fears that don't exist. So these are like things that you don't have to worry about. That maybe happened in the past, but maybe there's like an old money situation coming up this week that you really don't need to worry about anymore. And then finally, you have an amazing money card, the Ace of Diamonds. Represents stepping off on a new path, experiencing new money, having new money situations enter into your life. This card can also represent a course correction. It can represent almost nothing financial at the same time. It can be maybe you feel like you've been going off your path, but maybe this week you jump back on and you finally feel like you're kind of in more of a flow, that you are more going in the right direction. I always say that the Ace of Diamonds is course correction. It's just you getting back onto your path and really seeing what you need to do in a lot of ways. So really good card to end with. I would say that actually that kind of clears everything up. If you do have a disappointment this week or something like that, the Ace of Diamonds there can really clear everything up and set you straight. So I like to see that. But looks like a good week. Even with that disappointment card, it still looks like a good week. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.